South Africa. Ashley Moolman-Pasio and Anli Kokkelhofer took on the rest of the field in the women's road cycling race. The women's 136.9-kilometer road race began under warm, muggy and slightly overcast conditions, with more wind than the men had faced on the previous day. But it was not to be the race for the South Africans, because Anna van Breugeren of the Netherlands outsprinted Emma Johansson of Sweden and Elisa Longo Borghini of Italy to take the gold medal. Moolman-Pasio coming home in 10th position, while Kokkelhofer finished a credible 39th.
I'm disappointed. I was really going for a medal today, and yeah, feeling good right until up to the last climb, where I suppose just all the work in the day eventually took its toll. It is always hard being on your own. It was a very tactical race, lots of attacks and little breakaways going off the front, and yeah, maybe did a little bit too much leading up to the final climb. And yeah, I mean, I gave it everything, and top 10 is a good result, but of course I would have liked a medal. So yeah, now going for the TT, one more chance to go for a medal.
In the men's football match, Amaglugglug went into their encounter against Denmark as firm favourites, following their goalless draw against host country Brazil. The South Africans had their chances going into the half-time break. Lead up to that, the woodwork came to the rescue of the Danes. Keegan Dolly and company hoping that missed chances would not come back to haunt them. Late in the second half, that's exactly what happened, as Denmark went one up. And with the 1-0 loss, Amaglugglug's final match against Iraq becomes a do-or-die encounter. Meanwhile, later in the evening, after qualifying 13th fastest in the men's 200-meter freestyle, Miles Brown took to the water in the first semi-final of the evening, but with a time of 1 minute 46.57 seconds, he was way off the pace and struggled to make it into the final. There were no problems though for Chad le Clos in the second semi. Le Clos led the first 100 meters, but ran out of steam on the leg home to finish 5th place. That though was good enough to see him through to Tuesday's final.
Yeah, no, I've been working really hard. 100 frees really improved a lot in the last 18 months, and I knew that's the one thing I have on these guys is the first easy speed. So it's obviously very difficult, having the waves, and everyone's going to latch onto my side of the lead when I dive in. So that's probably the biggest factor for me. But yeah, look, I'm just happy to be in the final and happy with the PB.
So the majority of the world knows you as a butterflyer. What transitions have you had to make to get into freestyle?
Well, we have a lot of hard training, and our sets are a lot of freestyle, distance type of medley freestyle. And I think that's just kind of how it's got into it. My biggest flaw, I think, is my technique. I've been struggling to keep my head down. Sometimes I tend to lift my head up when I'm tired. But so far this morning and tonight it's been pretty solid.
In the men's 100-meter breaststroke final, it was a case of the old passing on the baton to the new. Adam Peaty, who had smashed his own record in the heats a couple of days ago, reduced his mark even further, from 57.55 seconds to 57.13 to take the gold medal. The 21-year-old never looked in doubt of winning this one, a steely determination that has been the hallmark of his participation in Rio thus far. South Africa's Cameron van der Burgh was kick off the blocks and led for a good 35 meters before Peaty put on the afterburners to snatch gold from the London 2012 champion. Van der Burgh settling for silver.
I'm really proud of myself. It's been a roller coaster competition so far. The stroke's not feeling as good as what it did in 2012, but you got to use what you've been given on the day, and you got to, shall we say, play with what you've got, and we use that today and walking away with a silver medal. I'm extremely proud to add to my collection so far. So yeah, nothing more to be said. I'm super proud of myself, and I'm glad to add to the medal tally for South Africa.
Tabi Sositola, SABC News, Rio, Brazil.
Champion olympique représentant la Grande-Bretagne, the gold medalist.
Well, the International Paralympic